Okay, what's up, guys?
Hi.
We've got Zhi Ling and Adele on the podcast. Just tell a bit about what you guys do.
Start from me first.
Sure, doesn't matter.
My name is Zhi Ling. I am a nutritionist and also a content creator, aka science communicator. So I create content on social media platforms that help Malaysians to understand health in a less intimidated way. So basically, my content revolves around recipes, quick, easy cooking tips, or myth debunk, etc.
Yeah, yourself, Adele?
Okay, my name is Adele. I'm a dietitian and nutritionist. I run my own company, Nutrition Track. So we do individual consultations, we do corporate talks. Been in the business for over 7 years. And I guess to date, I've seen over 1,000 individual clients, and I work with more than 100 corporate clients as well, delivering workshops. So that's mainly what I do. In terms of individuals, we see weight management is a big one, sports, women's health, chronic diseases. Yeah, I do a combination of that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So when I look at the content that you guys post, right, I don't understand a lot of it. Okay. So many words that it just seems bombastic to me, right? How aware are you guys of the things that you all put in your body? I'm not saying how disciplined lah, but like, is everything that you guys consume, do you all like actually take note, and when do you all start being conscious about this? Even better, why did you guys end up studying nutrition?
I have to start with one question for you first. Do you actually watch our content? Because we have never used bombastic word in our content. This is both of our content.
Some ingredients also, I just don't understand, man. But you have caught me. Yeah, I do not watch much of it. I watch your cooking stuff, some of it.
Yeah. Then okay, cooking stuff, fine. Maybe some of the ingredients can be quite rare or quite unfamiliar for people who don't cook.
What does turmeric do?
It gives flavor. If people are talking about antioxidants, like health benefits, antioxidants.
I saw what you posted, that the green color, the oats thing. How does it taste?
Which one?
The recent one, the porridge one.
Porridge one. Yeah. It tastes like turmeric chicken soup, but with some nuttiness in it. So because oat itself quite nutty, so it's kind of like nutty rice porridge. Yeah, so that's how you can imagine it.
Do you enjoy how it tastes?
Yes.
Yes, sir?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. I would just... it doesn't... Yeah, because eating healthy food is not necessarily going to be the most tasty all the time. Yeah. Right?
I mean, in general, I don't overthink what I eat. Yeah, so I guess when I like study nutrition, I learn more about it. I learn more that the whole picture matters more than just like one thing. Like, it's not just food, it's like your exercise, it's like your lifestyle, your stress management. The whole package comes together. So I try to focus and look at the bigger picture sometimes, not just like, I need to eat this particular food because it's going to give me some extra benefit or something like that. Yeah, generally that's my approach. I really don't overthink it. If like you just hit your food groups, vegetables, fruit, protein, carbs, according to your goals, according to your values, to me that's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think it's the same for me. But to add on to whatever she's saying right now, just now, so we have that ability to do that because it's exactly because we've gone through the study, 4 years of study, and then we have practiced it for quite a while already. So it's quite easy and natural for us to just look at the big picture and then not focus on too much details. To be honest, that's the end goal for everyone also. Not focus on too much details. But at the beginning, maybe certain people might need a little bit more details so that it helps them to understand which direction they are going.
I mean, you say that the end goal is not to think so much about it because it's kind of like having a diet. A diet is, I always feel like it's just not sustainable because whatever, like when you're on a diet, right, you're eating what you don't naturally eat. In fact, it could be way off, the opposite of what you usually consume, right? And what happens when you go off the diet? Then there's like a rebound effect, maybe you want to, let's just say you're venting on food, you're just eating even more horrible food. Yeah. Okay, like let's say the typical Malaysian diet, okay? Things that come to mind, okay? Curry mee, wanton mee, nasi lemak, roti canai. Yeah. What do you think about that? Like, it's horrible, right? Everything is just...
It tastes good.
It tastes awesome.
It tastes good. Yeah.
It tastes good. All of us agree that it tastes good.
Yeah, definitely.
So our view about that, from what perspective?
I look at it, I just think like there's so much carbs in everything. The typical meal. If you want to compare to like other countries, right, I guess they eat a little bit more protein. Is that better?
It depends.
It depends, right?
Really, it depends.
It depends.
It really
Yeah.
depends. But I think you point out a few good observation. I mean, it's a fact. So a lot of the food that we have in Malaysia is definitely carbs forward, very carbs heavy.
Yeah.
It's just that, like what you said, balance is the key. So, but balance, what does balance mean?
Yeah.
It can be coming from modifying the food that you are eating. For example, curry mee, right? The first modification can be just as simple as not drinking all the soup.
Yeah.
That's as simple as that.
Oh, okay.
As simple as that. So we don't want to scare people off of their own food culture.
Yeah.
So you can start with not drinking all the soup, or choose bihun over mee, and then you can choose, for example, roti canai. You can choose chapati over roti canai if you are okay with the
Some
flavor,
modifications,
flavor
yeah.
differences.
Okay, let's say we compare to a Western country, their food. Let's say Australia. Actually, Australia is, I guess, is super diverse already now. Like if you're in the cities, right, they eat all sorts of like cuisines is everywhere, especially in the city. But let's say typical Western food, which is fries, potatoes, meat, right? You compare it to the Malaysian diet, right? What do you all think? Like, what's the biggest differences?
Taste,
Yeah, different in taste.
Not the taste, but like
the macros.
the macros, and which would actually be healthier?
Cannot compare
Yeah,
it.
it depends on what you're looking
Depends
at.
on what you are looking at, and
what
then
dish, what meal.
correct. And then also because the food that we have here,
Mm.
it is relevant to our own food culture.
Yeah.
So if we disregard our entire own food culture in order to choose a healthier option, but
It
if
may not even be healthier.
correct,
It
because
depends
it's not
on how you
sustainable
look
for
at it.
you,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't. It's the accessibility of those food is very very difficult for you to get because it's just not in your food culture. So that will also have that negative effect on your own diet, and the way you have to weigh between benefit and
Pros and cons.
pros and cons.
Yeah. I always have this in mind, right? Like, you know how white people, Quailos, are just bigger in size? Does that have anything to do with the fact that they eat more protein?
Genetic.
Yeah.
Genetic.
Genetics.
It's pure genetic.
Definitely.
It's
100%.
definitely genetic.
Because their regular diet has more protein inside. I always think, like, is it because they eat, more protein, that's why they're bigger or something like that?
Not necessary. I
Not
wouldn't
necessary.
say that even like in general, I wouldn't say that their diet is more in protein. Like
Yeah.
it depends on the person and how someone eats, I guess.
Stereotypical diets, right? Okay. So we've got let's say Malay food. We've got your nasi lemaks, nasi campur, what like nasi kandar, those are those considered Malay or mamak food? You know what I'm saying?
That's a very good question. I think it's a mama.
Yeah, a bit more cross.
It's a more crossover.
Yeah, okay. Then Indian food is like more curry, right? Lots of curry. And Chinese food, we can take mostly like hawker food like that, right?
Hawker food, steamed food, dai chao.
Yeah. Which do you think is the most unhealthiest?
Same question for us. It depends. So you really cannot get like very very cut and dry answer for us because every single cuisine that you mentioned just now, for example, Indian, Malay, Chinese, and in Malaysia we have a lot more like indigenous food also. So all these food, each of them has very strong. They have their own strength that each other cuisine can learn from. Like for example, Chinese, they are very good at steaming.
Yeah.
They are very good at using lots of different. They are very good at shining flavor through like original flavor of the food. And then Indian, very good at using spices. Damn good at using spices. And then for Malay, they are very very good at including ulam. So there are a lot of local vegetables that we've never had that appears in a lot of Malay.
What is
Malay
ulam?
food. Ulam is local raw vegetables.
Yeah.
Oh, like the nasi kerabu.
It can be, that's one of the
components.
The components like daun selom, ulam raja. So all of these things are very prominent in Malay cuisine. So all of this cuisine, if we were to be able to learn the strong suit of each cuisine, we will be able to construct a very balanced meal out of it.
So there's a lot of sambal in
Definitely.
Is that I mean I've been eating spicy food since young. I love spicy food. My dad tells me that chili is actually good for you, and then my mom says like don't eat so much chili. She every time tell me don't eat so much chili. Is it actually bad if you eat a lot of chili?
Neutral, but it also depends on how much as well.
And every person, they have very different reaction
very different reactions
to different food also. So that's why sometimes it can be very complicated.
I remember when I was 6 years old, I went to the I went to the doctor. I got diarrhea from eating.
Too
Yeah,
much.
chili. Yeah, I was
Too
6
much,
years
yeah,
old.
yeah.
How much did you eat?
It's char kway teow. So every time char kway teow, I want to eat extra spicy. Yeah, it's probably bad. My parents probably should have allowed me to eat extra chili. Yeah, but we were trained since young to eat nasi kandar, banana leaf. Yeah, I think maybe because it's like I have this like perspective of like Indian food. I think is unhealthy because I think about the amount of rice that people eat
Like very heavy. Is it?
with all the curry and
Curries,
all.
right?
Yeah, I think of it. I don't know if I were to pick, right, like we're talking about the diets, right, I would think that Indian is probably a bit more unhealthy just because of the amount of carbs they consume.
No, I think there's also a balance of the proteins and also the vegetables as well.
I mean, you don't eat so much rice.
yeah,
right?
correct. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that-
exactly
So,
that.
so you actually point out a very good point, which is it goes back to personal choices. So it's not the food itself; it's actually personal choices,
Yeah.
personal behavior. So whether you can control the amount of carbs or not, it really goes back to personal choices rather than cuisine. But the cuisine itself might make it easier to eat more rice because all
Yeah,
the
'cause
great
it's so nice
curries.
like, to have
so
more
it's
rice
easy,
with the curries.
It's very in nature for us to eat more carbs.
Okay, just very simple question. Why? Oh, okay, just a very simple question lah. I think sometimes people contemplate like eating. If I want to eat rice or noodles, right, which would be more fattening lah.
Similar.
No, none of the food that you have. There is no one single food that is fattening on its own. Yeah.
No, because rice, right, is like I think of rice is more like natural just from the plant, but like noodles, it's more processed, is it?
And
Was that make it more unhealthy?
no,
No?
it depends. It really still depends.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you eat the noodle,
Yeah.
how you cook the noodle, what kind of food that you pair the noodle with. But it's easier to have that thought because noodles most of the time you have to eat it with oil, eat it with sauces.
You know the curry mee, the yellow color noodle. Yeah, have you heard like people say that that's super bad for you? There's some sort of acid in it.
What kind of acid?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But this is like something my mom and my aunties or what talk about. You never heard that before?
We heard that, but it's not something we need to be concerned
Not
with.
something
I
that you-
personally don't like the aftertaste, so I don't choose it. Yeah, but
Oh, you're a damn chill, man.
yeah.
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 I think because I was listening to like this Paul Saladino, right? That podcast. So what is you are familiar with him, right?
Yeah.
I was listening to him and he it was a 2-hour podcast. He was on this podcast called Patrick Bet David. Yeah. From the get go, he's just making it seem like, oh my god, the whole world is fucked, 120 years ago, he was saying that people didn't get much heart attacks. And then it wasn't really, some doctors never even seen heart attacks in their life. And then because of like processed food and all, the last 70, 80 years or what, it just started getting more and more a more common thing, heart problems and all.
But you see, that's not the only thing. Like, there's a lot of things that also change. We have more stress. We are more sedentary. We don't need to hunt for our food.
Yeah.
We just press the button, the food comes to our house. So there's a lot less movement as well. So this is why I say it. That's why whole picture thing. So it's not only like the food. Well, obviously the so-called processed food also plays a role because we are just in general eating less vegetables, eating less fruits, which are good for our health, good for our heart health. So it's not so much of like the appearance of these foods, but what we're not doing. That's also a main thing.
But what about like the chemicals that they put while processing the food?
Generally speaking, if let's say if a food is out on the out on the shelf, it's safe for consumption. And a lot of the so-called
Sorry, what did you say? Out of the shelf?
It's
No,
already
on
on
the
the
shelf,
shelf.
on the shelf, sorry,
It can be sold in the market. Generally,
it's safe for consumption. Yeah. And also, I guess at the end of the day, everything is a chemical.
Yeah.
So, and like water is a chemical as well, right?
No,
So
like what do you mean? Water is a chemical.
Water is made up of H2O. H2O is
a
a chemical.
So everything is a chemical. So whether or not something is a chemical doesn't explain the safetiness of it. Doesn't explain how natural, how safe is it. It depends on how much you're drinking. So for example, water is natural, right? But if you overdrink, you also can die.
Yeah,
so
of course.
so what is it? So would you categorize it as bad or good? It depends. It depends on the amount you're drinking. So whatever chemical that whatever you bring up lah, we always say don't overconsume something.
Yeah.
That's the problem. People are just overdoing it. But if it's in moderation in small amounts, it's not a problem.
Okay, yeah, first time I've heard that water is a chemical.
Yeah.
No, are you saying that because like the water that we're drinking, there's other...
No, it's just
like-
in and of itself.
In
yeah.
and out of itself is chemical. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think people overthink all the processed food?
That's why I say we don't overthink things. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Eating spam, like that? If you're eating spam...
Yeah, so I mean, like, stuff like spam, maybe we would say that, okay, maybe it's too much sodium, which probably you might want to manage it. And it also depends on what you're eating your spam with.
Yeah.
A lot of people eat spam with just white rice. So where's the vegetables, right?
Yeah.
So if you add some spam, put some rice, put some vegetables,
It can be a balanced meal.
it can be a balanced meal.
I think a lot of people, when they overthink it, if you want to help you to put it into a better picture,
Okay.
in those processed food, they have high amount of fat, high amount of sodium, high amount of sugar. At the same time, of course, it comes with a certain amount of preservative, additive. But those preservative and additive, it comes in much smaller amount than fat, sugar, salt.
Yeah.
So in order to overconsume to a point where the preservative or the additive harm your health, you have already overconsumed fat, sugar, salt
First,
so much
yeah.
more first, where you have already have overweight, other medical condition that because of overconsuming fat, sugar, and salt. So not because of the preservative or
Or
additive.
chemicals, so
yeah,
to speak,
or
yeah.
chemicals.
Oh, okay. So just now, something I wanted to ask, you mentioned that anything that is on the shelf, right, is already okay to consume.
Provided the manufacturer can be trusted. So
How do
these
you-
days, well, that's the problem lah, right? These days, like it's the I guess sometimes some things gets passed through and it just gets.
Like you're talking about bribe lah, is it?
I mean,
Not
no,
that generally
no.
a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, a
like
lot of
throughout
things
the
happen.
process, whether they control or not, or maybe they miss.
do they follow guidelines?
Do they follow
Is it
guidelines, or did
clean?
they
Like,
add
you know,
a little bit
yeah.
too much
Why
more?
would they follow guidelines?
Because they are
Technically they
regulated.
should, yeah.
They
I
are
know they
regulated.
should, but I don't know. I don't know whether y'all would know much about. So actually, how does it work? Like before it goes on the shelf, I assume someone comes over there to do a test, check everything that's in the ingredients all, and then they. Okay, so I think this sounds so stupid, but who creates the nutritional information? Is it a company or the person who does the third party body?
Can be
Can be
either or.
either or. So either the nutritionist or food scientist in the company that calculated the nutrition information based on the amount of
Yep.
ingredients they
Yep.
use, or they
send it out
to
to
third party
third party
to
to do
test.
Okay, because if it's the brand itself that is doing it, then of course it's like, I guess more prone to.
But it depends on what food as well, because different food has different regulations, so to speak.
But generally, when you are if you are concerned, most of the time the nutrition table and ingredient list, it's the most objective data on the packaging. So what we want to be more aware of is all the other claims that they claim that high in protein, sugarless, organic,
Free of this, free of that,
this,
yeah.
free of that. So those are very subjective and very very easy to misinterpret. So the most objective data we can get is actually the nutrition table and ingredient list.
But I think his question is like, can we trust the people who come up with the
So
table?
let's say right, they put that lah on the brand itself. Does it, or the third party body comes and do the check, right? Once they put it on the shelf, right, when they're producing, right, they can just remove something or put something extra to make it more. You see, I don't know whether my mindset has become so negative now because I'm thinking of big food and big pharma, like trying to make food addictive. I'm thinking of stuff like that. Well, that probably does happen, but like you said, don't overthink so much because if not, you can't live, is it?
I mean, like at the end of the day, we're still looking at how much are you eating of something.
Okay, let's put it this way lah. So I was doing bodybuilding for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, not competing or anything. I just like it lah. So when I was younger, I would, bodybuilding is they make it very simple. You only look at 3 things, right? Fat, protein, and carbs, right? Would you say that in general, that's good enough way to look at how you consume your diet.
There are different ways to look about it. That's one way, yes. Yeah. That's one way. So calories, protein, carbs and fat.
For bodybuilders.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying for bodybuilders. I'm just saying for people in general, health, right?
They can if they want to. Yeah, so I have clients who track their food, use apps.
Just using that trick.
Yeah. Carbs, yeah. But I work more of, okay, it depends on the client. So some people prefer to track calories and macros. And then if you don't want to go with numbers, I go with food groups. So just thinking about like how many fruits, vegetables, protein, carbs. Yeah. Actual food lah. So it's easier to visualize.
It is simple. It is simpler. Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, if you're talking about weight, right? Like weight manipulation. Yeah. That is sufficient. Like if you're just tracking those things.
Like our Malaysian suku separuh. That's like a really good tool.
Sorry?
The Malaysian plate, the
Malaysian healthy
suku
plate.
separuh, the half vegetable, quarter protein, quarter carb.
Oh, I don't know what is that. Malaysian what?
Malaysian healthy plate.
Yeah, you
So
can pull it up if that's possible. There is a Malaysian healthy plate thing.
Yeah. So it's just like it's a visual. So it's a plate.
Did we learn this in school or is this
No, we
new
didn't.
thing?
I'm not sure now, but
Yeah,
back
now
then
maybe
we didn't.
yeah, back
then
maybe
no.
now got.
Vishnu, you know you definitely don't know. What is the Malaysian plate?
I'm sure you've seen it.
Maybe I've
The suku
Have you seen
No,
separuh.
I've never seen this. I mean, it's something like the pyramid.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, correct,
So
correct.
it's but it's more applicable and practical because it's in a
for,
plate.
for meal.
Yeah, for
So
meal.
pyramid is like one
So
day.
it tells you how to fill your plate. Which is a very easy and underrated tool
Correct.
that the general population can use.
Oh, I don't see any fat in this though.
Because it's all cooked inside.
all cooked inside.
Like you
Because
cook your
how-
vegetables in oil, you cook your protein in
oil.
oil. Yeah.
a lot of our local
Fat
food.
usually, yeah.
Yeah,
Fat
we don't-
usually I don't even count it per se because it's so hard to track like fats in everything. So yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, like you eat char
It's already
siu,
in
it's already
everything.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so why do you think it's so hard for people to have a healthy diet?
It goes back to your habits and behaviors.
And also environment, socioeconomic status,
Perception of food, mindset,
attitude.
Yeah.
So
A lot of things come
into place, correct.
Like, I mean, tasty food not necessarily is unhealthy, right?
No. But the problem with tasty food is that it drives you to eat more. So that's the problem. The driver.
Why? What? Okay, what do you mean by that? It drives you to eat more.
When something is nice, you want to eat more of it, right? That's the thing. So that's the problem. People tend to overeat or overconsume when the food is tasty.
Well,
So like, okay, let's say if you coming back to what we discussed earlier, like nasi lemak, your roti canai,
Yeah.
everything. In isolation, they're fine. Like if a person just eats, some
piece.
nasi lemak in the morning, but their rest of the day is more balanced and whatnot, it's fine. But the problem is that it's very nice, so people tend to eat more of it. So that would be the problem.
is you see, right? Like, I feel like carbs is the most addictive. Isn't that true? Because if you eat a lot of protein, it's not addictive. Okay, if you're just talking about the protein itself or like not with the fat or whatever, protein itself is not addictive, man. I don't know anyone that is like that.
I would say preference though. I
Preference,
do know
yeah.
people who really like protein.
Yeah, really like meat.
Are they talking about fried chicken? I mean with the skin and
just
all.
generally,
Yeah,
they love
just generally.
meat. Yeah.
Okay, but even if we're talking about carbs, right? There's also how you eat it.
And
That's
how you cook
so-called-
it also.
Yeah, that makes it quote unquote
So-
addictive. Yeah.
a lot of things.
Like if you eat white rice, do you think it's addictive, meh?
Yeah, just white rice, plain white rice.
Oh,
No,
okay. You mean
right?
how you
Right?
prepare it?
Yeah,
okay.
how you
Prepare it,
prepare it,
correct.
how you
So
eat
like
it
when
with
it's
all
like
kind
fried
of food.
rice, it's like so nice.
Or with curry.
Yeah.
Like pizza or
Yeah,
So a lot of it is also play of texture and taste.
correct. And also a lot of
And
it
yes.
comes with carbs.
Yeah.
When you combine carbs and fat
Salt,
and sugar
ooh.
and salt, so those are the perfect
It's a combination. It's a combination.
Yeah, it make it tasty.
Okay, so I bought a couple of those things there. Do you think we can look at it and then we look at the ingredients and then you tell me, because these are things that I would say people look at it, they know that it's good, but it's most probably not good for you. Is it okay if we just look at it?
Which one?
Just grab 4 of it. So there's yes, I love it. Yeah, I love that too.
Childhood.
Yeah,
Oh dear, this
Rida,
is the
I saw you
chocky
drinking
chocky.
that. I love that too. That Rida drink.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. This.
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay, come, let's look at it.
But I like the zero one though.
Yeah, usually go for it.
Okay. Do you mind you just look at the ingredients and what do you think about this?
I mean, the first thing usually I'll just look at the.
Sorry, yeah. Okay.
I'll just look at. Okay, first thing usually I will just look at the nutrition information first. These kind of things, ingredient list, you just
no need to see.
No need to see.
Yeah, because it's a fun.
It's supposed to be a fun food.
It's not meant to eat it like
every
a main
day.
meal.
Correct.
Like
You're not supposed to eat it every day.
Unless you're
Correct.
him.
which means it's only supposed to be just sprinkled on top of your balanced diet.
Correct. So it should be just 20% of your meal.
No one sprinkles super rings, okay? They eat the whole packet.
That's why I say overeat.
Overeat.
Because it's tasty, right? That's the driver.
Because it's
nice.
like drugs like that. It's so addictive. You can't
Because
eat
it's
one.
nice. Yeah,
It's nice because it's high in fat, high in sugar, high in sodium.
Yeah, so when I look at this, right, I just think it's all sugar. It's
It's
all,
carbs lah.
It's carbs.
It's carbs.
it's just,
High fat carbs.
yeah.
High fat, high sodium carbs.
Is there anything that you see in the ingredients that is like dangerous?
No.
Oh, no.
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 No. Dangerous when you overconsume it. When these things
Correct.
you overconsume
Consume
it, and then in long term you go overweight, you gain weight, and then you don't care about your weight, and then you continue to let it happen, and then you manifest all the chronic diseases. That's when. But it won't be just because of this.
Yeah.
Confirm
Or-
you eat more,
Yeah.
way
Okay.
more things than
You
this.
see, the reason why I purposely brought these super rings, right? Because I just have this mindset that, we know that is people always say it's bad, it's really bad for you. Not just the sugar. And I'm just thinking of like whatever they put in when they're making it in the factory, we don't know what it is. So that's why I thought like I asked you to see in the ingredients. There's something like just that is actually really dangerous that we shouldn't be putting in our body at all.
No.
No.
If it's already listed here, it's permitted.
Yeah.
They are all permitted. It's just that how these things make it so easy to overconsume.
So the two problems is overconsumption, and if let's say this is replacing something else, like your fruits and vegetables. So you're eating
Yeah.
this but not eating your fruits and vegetables,
Yeah.
that would be the problem.
Okay. Or even if it's replacing your rice, is that bad or is the same thing?
Definitely
not a good choice. Definitely not a good choice.
Yeah,
Definitely not a
the
good
same.
choice.
Okay, so why?
Nutrients is different.
Yeah. This
Rice-
one higher in sodium, higher in fat,
Rice is?
Will be just pure carbs.
which is just carbs.
Depends on how you eat the rice.
So
lah.
this is carbs and sodium.
Sodium, fat combination.
And the consumption behavior. Like you won't like replacing rice and then the one
You won't snack on rice.
yeah, you won't snack
you
on
snack
rice.
correct.
You will snack on this.
But I would say that it's something that you can adjust. So let's say if you really want this, right, and you want to balance your calories, then maybe you can eat less of your carbs of your main meal, and then you can enjoy this at the side. So balance. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah.
yeah.
That is what we would
So it's
do.
like this is carbs.
Yeah.
So you if you know you want to have it for snack later, then during your lunch maybe you can cut a little bit of your
Yeah.
carbs. Yeah, so that you can enjoy this in moderation.
Yeah, in moderation.
Okay. I have this very rarely lah. So if I do have it, I just eat the whole thing. Because I cannot just eat a bit. It's hard lah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I normally like to tell my clients to get like fun size packs because we tend to eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either you portion out.
Which is quite difficult.
Okay. I know the fun size pack.
Yeah,
Correct,
small
correct,
one.
correct,
Yeah,
correct.
small
So
one. The
it
mini
feels-
one.
You feel like you are eating the
The
whole
whole thing.
But then
it's portion control for you.
Dude, this is a stupid story, but last time you saw when I was in high school, right? Primary school. My brother would buy these super rings, the small ones from there's a motorbike that sells this.
Yes.
Oh,
They
yeah,
sell
yeah.
whatever,
The roti man.
all the snacks.
The roti man. Yeah.
Yeah. And we were playing. We play a lot of games. There's this Maple Story. You all know what that is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We were playing Maple Story, right? And he would make a deal with me. I have to train his character for a few hours, and then, I think like 2 hours was one packet of super rings like that. Yeah, that's what he would do to me in high school, because my mom would never let us touch these sort of things. When we were young, she's been health conscious. Okay, we've got. A lot of our extended family are all obese or overweight, so we've always been health conscious about this sort of things. Yeah. What's so funny, man?
I like when you said obese and you looked at me.
I didn't. Okay. No. Okay. How about the monster drink? Yeah. You want to
Okay.
take a look?
I would go with the same thing.
Is it just? There's way more than just sugar in that. What are all these like? Okay, how bad is like flavoring? No,
It's not gonna be like a huge part of like the whole
it's just
thing.
a small.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean I drink Monster as well. I actually like it. But I drink the zero version. The zero So I actually drink it for the caffeine. The caffeine kick.
That's what everyone drinks it for.
Yeah.
It's just if there's no caffeine, you're not drinking it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same.
And and if this one is like has energy, it can be a great like before workout, which is what it's meant for. Like a before a workout.
If your workout is intense enough for you to
to-
call for this thing. Yeah.
Okay. What so there's the no sugar version, right?
Yeah.
So they what are they using?
Either artificial sugars or
Artificial sweeteners.
typically artificial sweeteners.
Why do people say artificial sweetener is like 10 times worse than normal sugar?
It just depends on how they read the data. Cause like
It's like people.
honest, if you Google anything, right, you will find that everything is harmful for your health. One to a certain extent, everything causes cancer per se, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it depends on like. Yeah, how you filter the studies, what studies are you looking at? And I can tell you artificial
Nice, that's a good one.
artificial sweeteners are one of the most well-studied like components. It's a very rigorous process.
Because of all the controversial takes on
Well,
it.
not only that, but there's a very there's a strong regulatory board behind it as well. Like EFSA has one, USA has one, and the safety net and the margins are huge. So the amount that is in here or allowed, right, is very much less than
Anything that could harm us.
yes, correct. And okay, so there's a toxic level, and it's like a lot, like 100 times less than that even.
Usually
And
it's
even
that
that
way,
itself, that point itself is also a lot less already. So like the safety net is a lot. So, but unless you're downing like liters of it, which most of us are not,
Yeah.
hopefully.
So you could basically the worst thing that is in this whole monster drink is the sugar.
No, I wouldn't really say that. It depends on
Depends.
how you use the sugar. If someone's active sugar is needed for energy.
Like for
Yeah.
example, athlete, then
Yeah.
the
But if
sugar
you're
would be
sitting down
helpful for
all
them.
day drinking this, then questionable lah. Like, you know.
So it really depends on who uses it
Yeah,
and
who
then what
uses-
kind of
how
condition you are using it.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the caffeine?
Yeah,
Is that
caffeine-
that's probably worse than
there
the
is a
sugar,
limit.
is it?
There is a limit. So technically, we don't go over 400 milligrams per day.
What?
400 milligrams of caffeine. So it's about like 3 to 4 cups of Americano.
Wait. 400
Milligram.
Yeah, I know. One shot of caffeine is 70, if I'm not mistaken.
So we don't want to go past 400.
So you're saying people can drink as long as it's not more than 5 cups of coffee a day.
And
We're
as long-
good.
And as long as it doesn't affect you, because caffeine affects people differently.
Okay, yeah.
So caffeine affects sleep. Caffeine can also make you more anxious, like if you're more prone to it. So I do have clients who are more prone to shakes, more prone to like they feel very anxious when they have too much. Then just stay away from it. So like for this one has 160 milligrams per serving per
Yeah,
can.
which is like double shot.
Yeah,
of caffeine.
yeah, correct. So it's within the limit. But if let's say someone is downing like 5 of this, then there's a problem lah. Yeah.
Okay, what you want?
Oh yeah, I just had a random question, right? So I think about 3-4 months ago there was this article that came out. I think like customers in the US who buy Coke, right? The ingredients they have way more ingredients in Coke in the US, sold in the US, in comparison to like Europe. Like, do you know why like the practice is like for example, like Coke, like in the US, I think they said they use a lot of like high fructose corn syrup, but like in Europe it's cane sugar.
Just because it's not allowed, right?
It depends. No, sometimes it's regulation.
regulation.
Sometimes it's regulation.
Like different country, they allow different name,
Yeah, correct.
different way of
Correct.
presenting information. But so it really is not really because in Europe people have
banning
better
it,
products.
yeah,
or
yeah.
no. It's actually just how they regulate the ingredient list or how they regulate the food manufacturing process.
So which is the better way?
The better way is to drink moderately.
Yeah,
No, you're saying what in Europe they use
cane sugar.
cane sugar. Yeah, so is it better
No,
with
it's
that or it
all
doesn't
similar.
matter?
It's
All
all
sugars
same.
are
It's all sugar.
similar.
It's all added sugar.
Yeah, it's all added sugar.
Added
we,
sugar.
We categorize all of them as added sugars, even honey. So honey is natural, right? But it's still added sugar.
Okay, what do you mean by added sugar and sugar? What's the difference?
Added sugar means
add it to food?
You add to food during the food
Oh, it's
processing
not from
method.
the food.
Intrinsic
Correct,
is
correct,
like milk,
Like milk,
fruits,
fruits,
vegetables.
yeah, all these
are
they have natural
intrinsic,
sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, but the added sugar is also from another, like let's say
Doesn't matter. Even
Doesn't
if it's plant, doesn't matter. It's still,
still
added.
it's still added
We
sugar.
still consider them
Yeah, we
added.
still want to control that.
okay, so just now we're talking about artificial sugar, right? Yeah. How do they make it, or what is it?
Some of them are also coming from plant.
Yeah, so you see, that's what I was thinking, because I think most people think that it's completely made, like it's not from
Processed.
any-
right?
More
Yeah.
Artificial,
processed.
like entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
artificial.
so it's actually not.
Some of them is not. Yeah, some of them is actually synthetic. But there's nothing. Same thing.
Again, yeah.
Again, there's nothing wrong about it if you are drinking.
Within the amount.
Yeah, within the amount.
What
and
makes
you're
it?
not-
It's the dose that makes the poison.
Coke Zero and Coke, okay? Is it better to drink Coke Zero?
Yes.
Coke Zero
Yeah. For the general population,
for
that-
what we have right now in
that-
Malaysia.
Malaysia is like what 54.5% overweight, obese, which the problem comes down to overconsumption
Yep.
of too many calories. So
Too many
Coke-
sugary drinks
Yeah, too many sugar sweetened beverages as well. So Coke Zero is a great way to manage your overall calories in a day. It's
So-
a great swap alternative.
It's an
Yeah.
alternative. So,
If let's say you tend to drink more sugar
Correct,
sweetened
correct,
beverages,
correct.
If someone doesn't, I'm not gonna say drink Coke Zero or what, but unless you like it, yeah.
Let's say this dude's diet is every day he drinks 2 cans of Coke. It's definitely better if he drinks 2 Diet Cokes.
yes.
Yeah.
Why?
It cuts down
Calories.
the 2 can of
Additional
sugar already.
calories.
Added sugar already. Added additional calories, added sugar.
I'm sorry, I know I sound very stupid, man, but why do people say Diet Coke with the artificial sweetener is like 10 times worse? Why do people say stuff like that?
It's
if it's not true.
It's the mindset, it's the perception that everything fake is unhealthy, or everything not natural is unhealthy, or anything made in a lab or a synthetic is unhealthy.
Unhealthy.
That's the problem. Like, they are thinking of this. That's why they think it's unhealthy.
It's not.
Remember what we said, that water is natural, right? But you overdrink also can die. So
It's really
good or bad or not?
dose consumption and
the
then
dose,
how
it
you
comes down to the dose and how someone consumes it.
correct. How you go around with this food.
Okay, yeah, I knew I'm gonna be learning a lot today. Yeah, okay, caffeine. Okay, so most people drink a lot of caffeine regularly,
Yeah.
coffee, caffeine. Just now you mentioned that it affects everyone differently.
Yeah.
And I was surprised when you said the regular dose is, I mean not regular, but the
Limit
limit
Yeah.
is not more than 450. Do you say 450?
400.
400.
400, yeah, which is like 5 cups of coffee. But it depends on the person. Some
Yeah.
people take one also, they just...
Yeah, cannot
Diarrhea.
already. Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, I usually drink my pre-workout in the morning. There's already caffeine inside.
Yeah.
There's it's like 200 at least,
Yeah.
mg. And then in the afternoon yesterday, went for a wedding. And in the wedding, they had some nice Indian coffee or mamak coffee. Yeah, I drank quite a few of that. And then I noticed, like, if I drink too much coffee, right, I get damn tired. Why does that happen?
Not sure whether it's is it all the time?
Yeah. If I drink too much coffee, I know I will get, like...
But you crash instead.
I'll crash. Yeah, and then you know that crash where your sleep is super not... It's not a deep sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you definitely crash because I nap in the afternoon half an hour, but yesterday was like an hour plus.
Maybe it's overstimulated.
Yeah,
By
it
the
could
caffeine,
be like
yeah.
overstimulated and then you
Then
crash
you crash.
right away.
Yeah. But it definitely affects sleep. So we actually don't encourage caffeine intake too late into the evening. So a lot of people, I have also have clients who say that, oh no, caffeine doesn't affect me. I can drink at night and sleep. But I sometimes question that because sometimes quality of sleep can be affected. So it's not like falling asleep, but your quality might be affected as well. And sleep is very important. So we don't want anything to get in the way of sleep lah.
I have a like, no joke, I have a buddy, right? He has a coffee machine in his room. Right before he sleeps, he drink 2 shots.
Whoa.
Yeah, right before he sleeps. I asked him why. Why does he do that? He just say he's just used to it. It's just a habit lah.
Oh.
It's like as a addiction lah, like that.
Whoa. Interesting.
Your
How's his sleep quality?
I don't know. He sleeps fine, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so what's the most common nutritional deficiency in Malaysians?
It's iron deficiency is common among women and children. So
This is a genetic thing,
not really.
Can be
not really.
diet. So iron. So common ones in Malaysia is iron, iodine, vitamin D, calcium. What else?
Among elderly is probably like protein, vitamin B.
Yes,
Also.
yeah, vitamin B12. These tend to be quite common lah. But it also depends on what population we're looking at. Rural versus urban also got differences.
And
here.
it's obviously it's the diet lah.
There's some things
diet and also life stages. Different life stages you need different amount of these nutrients. So when you are at these life stages but you are not mindful enough to increase that intake, then you will be deficient.
What happens when you're lacking iron?
Tiredness, fatigue, concentration, loss of concentration and focus, shortness of breath.
Down the road, it could be anemia.
Yeah, anemia, which more problems.
Okay.
These are more common ones.
Okay, so that's the most common nutritional deficiencies. But what about health issues?
Ooh,
Heart disease, type 2.
diabetes,
Yeah.
high blood pressure.
Diabetes.
The three highs.
The three highs.
Yeah, and that's because of sugar.
Not sugar. A lot of things that play into this.
But the biggest one would be the overweight and obesity problem.
overconsumption.
Overconsumption.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I associate diabetes because there's people who are not overweight like me, then they have diabetes, right? Why? How does
genetics
that happen?
play a big role, a very big role actually. Okay. Yeah, so that's one thing. If it runs in your family, you have a risk, and coupled with lifestyle. So yeah, it depends on what you eat, depends on your exercise regime,
Your
muscle mass,
routine,
yeah,
whether you eat late or eat early. Sometimes that could be also one of the factors. There are no single factors that can be singled out and say, this is
the problem.
cause.
Yeah, usually it's a combination.
Like you mentioned, the limit is different for everyone. Where let's say if you are eating one Snickers a day, right, and then you're gonna get diabetes. But some people they eat 5 and it's not gonna happen for them.
That's why it depends on their lifestyle.
Different, yeah.
If a person is like super active and then like eating 5 or eating like I don't know a lot, if they're able to use it, so-called quote unquote, use the energy, not a problem.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. You guys are so chill with your diet. Like you were telling me you I saw you drink that also. Vida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You guys are comfortable with whatever.
Stressing about food also can be a problem.
Yeah, that's one of the
If you
factor.
overstress of it, overthink your food. Some people get anxiety over it. And like, for example, like, they're so stressed that they need to eat at home because they're so afraid to eat out. That itself is not quote unquote healthy as well.
You handle weight management, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Based on your experience with clients, like why is it so hard for them to lose weight?
Behavior. It will be the behavioral problem that we need to fix usually. So it's always bridging knowledge and action. Yeah. So it's a combination of knowledge and then combination of getting them to do it. And sometimes one of their biggest mental blocks or mental barriers is their perception of what is healthy.
Yeah.
They think that I need to eat clean. That I'm going on a diet. That if healthy eating means I cannot eat my nasi lemak ever again. I cannot eat my roti canai ever again. That mindset itself can sometimes hold them back because they think like, I can't do this because it's too hard, and then they don't take the first step. So perception is so what I do is also trying to change that perception. So it's not about never not eating anything, but it's about improving what you're currently eating bit by bit. So one more fruit a day, one more extra serving of vegetables a day. Kurang manis. Or can you do like a leaner cut of protein? Can you have less oils in your cooking? Small tweaks. We're not like doing a diet overhaul, which makes it more doable, more sustainable. And then they'll be like, this is what healthy eating means. Yeah, so that's the biggest barrier, people's perception.
You also handle weight management with clients?
No, I don't do one-to-one for now because it could be quite tedious.
Yeah, I always had this perception that diet is just it can't because it's not forever. You know what happens when you're done with it. And I actually had a buddy, right? This was even remember Hanson? This is really so fucking stupid, man. He did a water fast. Have you heard of that? Like,
Yeah.
That's how long did he do it already? 2 weeks. It's crazy, So he's probably 170 in cm and I think it was about 100 plus kgs like that. Yeah, and he didn't eat anything for 2 weeks. Water diet. And I already told him from the very start, like, you know what's going to happen? Nothing.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose any weight. Yeah, and we watched him, you know, he hang out and eat with us. And then every time when we're hanging out, right, he just likes to talk about food the whole time because
He's hungry.
yeah, he wants to. And then when we're all deciding where to eat, right, he'll say, "Hey, eat there." I'm like, you're not even eating.
And he looks at us eat. Like, that means we are eating
And
like
he's
whatever
smiling.
we want, and he's just smiling there, and we're like, quite creepy, like.
But that's the problem. It backfires.
I thought he would
Yeah.
die. Okay,
And
honestly.
sometimes and sometimes the rebound effect is worse because when you hold yourself off from something, you want it even more. That's the problem. That's why extreme diet don't work. Because
It's too extreme.
people will just go in this cycle of, oh, on Monday I'm not going to eat my ice cream again, and then they binge it on the weekend. Then like, okay lah, next Monday, and then next Monday, and then the next Monday, and then that's the problem.
Is this also true, right? Because that 12 days where your metabolism is not working at all, right? Or is running really, really low because it's just water,
No,
right?
it's not.
It
It's
doesn't
not
work that way,
not
ah.
that in the
It
big
doesn't- yeah, it
picture.
doesn't work that way,
No,
correct.
it's not that in the big picture.
So okay, this is what I thought lah. I'm probably wrong on this, but let's say he ate 1,000 calories before the diet thing, okay, and after the diet thing he ate 1,000 calories. He's gonna put on more weight after the diet from eating that 1,000 calories. Is that
Not
true?
necessarily,
Not- yeah,
unless he lost weight.
Oh, of course, he probably lost like not enough lah, like but then 2 kg something like that.
Probably water. Probably just water weight.
Oh, I don't know. I thought like your metabolism will be not
No.
like it will drop just because you're
No,
not.
it would only
processing food.
drop if you lose weight. Because technically you're a smaller person. Smaller
Correct.
person needs less energy.
lesser weight.
Yeah, lesser
Need
weight to
lesser
carry
energy.
around. So they will only drop if you lost weight lah.
Yeah.
It's not. It won't break, or it won't malfunction
Yeah.
because of that.
Do y'all know about like eating disorders like bulimia, right? I had a relative last time who had bulimia. So when I was younger, right, I went and searched this up, and then they said like one of the common things about people who have bulimia is they will almost never be lean, or a lot of times they are not even skinny. They are overweight actually. Yeah. Very high body fat. And the reason, this is from what I remember lah, the reason why is because their body is so used to not processing as much food because they always vomit it out like within, let's say you eat your meal, then half an hour later you puke it out, right? That's the reason why your metabolism drops a lot.
No, I wouldn't
It's
say.
not
I
a-
would say the main thing is that you probably not getting all the food out. That would be the main thing. Like you
overeat.
eat, right? Like
Yeah.
you eat a lot, right? But you not necessarily will get everything out. And so sometimes when it accumulates, like, because usually in bulimia clients or people, they would overeat all the time, most of the time. It depends on the person as well. And then they'll try to get the food out, right?
They feel like they can overeat because they're going to be pulling.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But
so
you're not necessarily going to get everything out. That's the thing. Yeah. So eating disorders can manifest itself in different ways, and yeah, not everybody would look
Behave
part.
the same.
Yeah, or behave the same way, or would look the part. So there's no look when it comes to it as well.
I think I remember something like if within 30 minutes your body absorbs most of the sugar and fat already, and then whatever you're puking out is like a lot of the carbs and protein.
No, it's very hard to
No,
say.
ah.
Yeah, hard to say, correct. Hard to say.
Depends on what you're eating. Okay. Oh yeah. How do people? So yeah, very common. Let's say you work in let's say lunch break, right? And then you go have a big lunch, and then after that you have a food coma, right? How can people avoid that? Apart from just, I always thought that is, you eat too much carbs, that's going to happen. Is that the case, or no, it's not just that?
Usually it's overconsumption.
Yeah, overconsumption, and then the maybe you have to make it a balanced meal lah, just to make sure it's balanced meal.
Yeah,
that
so
have
sometimes it's a
fruits and
combination.
vegetables.
Yeah, it's a combination of how you eat the foods.
And I think one part of our body might just naturally be more fatigued after lunch. I think that's also one of the how our
If I'm not
body
mistaken, our natural rhythm also dips.
Because we are processing the food.
dips and then it goes back up.
naturally our body energy would dip after lunch.
It's a
Not
rhythm,
just after
not
lunch,
after
but
lunch,
it's the time. So
Yeah.
it happens to coincide with the lunch after the time after lunch.
Okay, so you're saying even if there's no lunch, our body will dip a little bit.
typically.
It might.
We dip.
Correct.
That's why we call it like the 3 p.m. slum or whatever.
Yeah.
and then it actually picks back up again later. Yeah.
And if really
But
want
it depends
to fight,
like
if people really want to fight against that post-lunch slump, then maybe they can just walk around and stand up after their lunch.
Okay, I think y'all should probably know a lot about this, man. What do you think about people who are vegan? Vegan, yeah.
well, so vegan is
Sorry, I'm a bit confused. Vegan, is it completely no? They
yes,
don't even
no
eat
animal
eggs?
products.
Oh,
at
no
all.
animal products
And
at
a
all.
true vegan even avoids like it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle,
like
correct.
clothes, anything, nothing animal.
Correct, no animal. Leather they don't use.
So vegan, I guess there are 2 ways to do it. There's the ethical side. Like people go on vegan diets for ethical side, right? So that's their choice. Don't really like it can still be a balance. It can still be balanced. It can still be balanced and healthy. And we help them to do that. So that's one. The problem is people going on vegan just cause they think it's healthier. That would be the problem.
That is no. So those people who do it ethically, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times they also think it's healthier. A lot of the times.
But not really. The people I know who do it for ethical reasons really do it for ethical reasons, not because they think it's healthier.
They can't bear imagining that
Correct.
the factory
Animals.
farming
Yes,
visuals are like that.
Correct.
Okay,
correct.
understand.
But I think there will be a mix of like people who like what he suggested, people who go into
It just for
just,
like a bit of a mix.
ethically, but
Yeah.
also at
At the same time, they think it's healthier, lah. Yeah.
I guess if you think it's you're eating healthier, it's easier for you to do it, lah. I mean, you feel.
But it
better
also
about
depends
yourself.
on what you're eating. So I did have a client who come to me who changed his diet to become a vegetarian.
From
Normal.
Like did she change it before she met you or only with you? She asked you to help her with a vegan diet.
No, change first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from normal,
Yeah. Do
why
it
did she change?
because he thought it was healthier in terms of vegetarian. Like so, not vegan, but like vegetarian diet. So like no meat and whatnot. But the problem is what he was eating on the vegetarian diet. So he was literally eating buns, like pastries and bread, because it's vegetarian.
Oh.
Technically, there's no meat, right? So that's the problem also. So there's no meat. It's quote unquote vegetarian. But what are you eating in that vegetarian diet? What are you eating in that vegan diet? Right? That would be the thing, lah.
Okay, fine. Let's say you do eat a proper vegan diet meal, right?
Yep. Can be balanced.
It can be balanced, but is that good? Better than having a balanced diet with meat?
It still depends.
Because
But okay, there will be nutrients that will be lacking. Vitamin B12 will be one.
yeah, that's what I've been
So
hearing.
you do need to supplement with supplements, vitamin B12. Iron usually tends to be lower, zinc as well. So these definitely need to be supplement. If let's say they also don't consume quote unquote processed foods, because sometimes processed foods they add like nutrients.
Fortified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but if you're like purely like natural diet, no processed foods, then we do recommend you take a supplement.
So with combination of supplement,
Yeah,
then vegan
yeah.
diet is still doable. Still can be a healthy one.
Okay, but would you ever recommend it?
We always say balance,
Yeah, so
Right.
So
it goes back to
we
the
include
person's
preference as well.
preferences lah. What do they want to do with their life?
My take is all foods you can include, and then from there we go see the individual.
Okay.
Like what do you prefer? What do you need? What do you want?
So we've got people doing carnivore diets too, right? What is worse? Or which is better?
Definitely carnivore is worse.
Definitely carnivore, yeah.
Definitely. That one is
That's like
100%
something-
sure.
That's
No,
one
it
thing
depends.
no, it depends.
No,
That's
it
the
depends.
One
It's
thing I
that-
would say
yeah.
that's a no because
That's a no,
there's
no.
so much there's a ton of research in like vegetables and fruits and fiber is good for you. So we know that for sure. And we know that like too much of saturated fat also can influence things like cholesterol and heart disease risk. That's a very, very clear thing. So carnivore diet is something that there's no it depends. I don't sit with that.
No, but why?
It already doesn't align with the bigger principle that we have always been upholding, which is all food is allowed. So
Yeah.
carnivore diet, they eliminate and like
And the most important thing, which is
almost
fiber
all food group other than just protein, other than
and
meat.
meat and fat.
Isn't that the same for vegan diet? They eliminate the meat also.
But there is
They have
still
protein.
There's
In-
still
in
a
veggies,
protein.
So if you want to break it down smaller, then
protein
it's
like soy,
macronutrient
Yeah,
and
in
pay.
tofu.
yeah,
tofu, yeah.
macronutrients
Nuts.
they do include lah.
Okay, I mean, like, you can't do a carnivore diet and supplement as well, because you said with vegan diet you also would have.
But their carnivore diet, the principle is no fiber. So if you want to supplement fiber, which means it forfeit the entire carnivore diet purpose already.
Why?
Because that's what it is. They want their body to not have fiber. So that's their principle of having carnivore diet, because our body doesn't need
Cannot
fiber.
digest fiber or like fiber anti-nutrients.
Yeah. That's how they go around carnivore diet.
Yeah, that's the red flag.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just hear Joe Rogan talking about this carnivore diet thing. He does say he feels flat lah when he works out, because you definitely don't have enough.
There's no energy.
Yeah. But he does say after his meals he doesn't feel as much of a, what do you call that, a dip. Yeah, that's probably because it's coming from that would be from the carbs. No. None of these diets are good.
Okay, sometimes it's also the placebo effect or like the mindset effect. So, like when you think you're going on a healthier diet, you automatically will already feel better and healthier and more energized,
Like if
so
you
to speak.
become vegan, you maybe you feel, just because it's also more ethical, and then you feel better about. That's why you think it's healthier also.
And that's why you feel good. And that feeling good is also quite important sometimes. And it plays a role.
I was working in Zara, right? This is in Melbourne. And then I was in the stock room with folding clothes and all. Then my colleague, right? This dude, he's super hipster. He's got a big hair like that, all gelled up. And then big beard also, nose rings, right? And those earrings and all. And then he was telling me one day we were folding clothes, and then he just said like, he started talking about vegan because he just became vegan like a few weeks earlier or something. And then he was telling me like, bro, just imagine, man, hundreds of years ago, right? People didn't cook their. I mean, if they ate. I mean, if you ate raw meat, you will fall sick. He was telling me like humans are not supposed to eat meat. It's because we discovered fire. That's why we can eat meat, something like that. Then he was telling me like, he started bringing up the slave analogy, saying like, if back then you told people that slaves are not meant to be slaves, they would think you're crazy, stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know whether he's still a vegan now lah. This was years ago, man. Yeah. But it seems like something that he would have gotten into.
Every diet will have that history, and the carnivores will also tell you some other history.
Yeah. I think a lot of people they mistaken whatever that our ancestors eat with good with anything that's good for us now, but they forgot that our ancestors didn't live long enough to have all the chronic diseases that we have now.
Yeah.
So to be honest, it's kind of like a same thing, cause and benefit, where you live long enough because of all the food that we have right now, because of the protein and all, advance in technology, advance in medical care. But then because you live long enough, so you have more chronic diseases.
Yeah. People died so much earlier also last time.
Yeah,
exactly. Correct, exactly. Because of infection, because of malnutrition.
Yeah, malnutrition.
The lacking in medicals. Do you hear? Remember at the start I said like 120 years ago people don't have as much heart issues. This is a known thing, is it?
Maybe they just not
live discover it. Yeah,
they don't live long enough to have heart disease.
The Paul Saladino, his whole narrative, right, during the podcast is saying that he's just really against big pharma, big food, processed food, all, and he's saying that the reason why there weren't many heart problems and all is because all these things didn't exist. Yeah. No, you don't
agree.
No.
Okay.
Agree.
Disagree.
Yeah.
Like we said, it depends on the life. We are also getting more sedentary, not eating.
Food is more accessible now.
Yeah, food is more accessible.
The default portion of the food is
It's
actually
also
getting
bigger.
The
We're
default.
eating more.
If you go and check back then, the default
People
portion.
are eating more now.
Yeah, people are eating more.
Are we
There's more.
heavier in general?
Definitely.
Okay.
Heavier is because of all the other factors.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We should talk about this, man. I was just so curious about a lot of things. Okay. Yeah. What should Malaysian parents know about their child's nutrition growing up? Yeah.
What? Sorry, the question.
What should Malaysian parents know about their child's nutrition growing up? This is very general. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is.
Oh, I'm sorry. And also common mistakes from parents and biggest difference are adults and children. you know.
I mean, nutrition-wise, definitely adults and children will be different. We still recommend a varied diet. Main difference is usually portion size, usually a lot smaller because the kid is smaller, right? Yeah. But it depends if your child is very active into sports and like in competition or what, then obviously we adjust it according to them as well. But we still recommend a varied diet for kids. I would say biggest mistake is not modeling what you want your kids to eat. Like you yourself not modeling. Like you tell your kids to eat your fruits and vegetables, but do you? That would be the biggest thing lah. So kids, I can tell you, right, they're watching you every single day. They watch you. Yeah.
Hey man,
and if you do it, you eat it more. And if they're exposed to it more, they're more likely to like try it.
But also, if you force them, it might make them even more reluctant.
Yeah, you may backfire. Yeah, correct. So, it's quite tricky. So that's why we always go back to habits. Is start building from young already.
I think when she said modeling, which means lead by
Lead by
example.
example.
Yeah, lead by example.
So
correct,
you eat in front of them, and
Yeah.
then you don't necessarily have to force them if you have already tried like 1,000 different ways. So I think one of the way to go is really like modeling, like eat in front of them, and then until to a point where they are curious.
Yeah, like for my baby, right? Like okay, no, she's not baby, a toddler. She's 3 already. Yeah. So I would put it on a plate. I would encourage her to eat it. But sometimes she may not eat it. Sometimes she will
Sorry,
eat it.
you said you have a daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So sometimes she will eat, sometimes she won't eat. But I'll just still put it there. It's exposure. The exposure. Yeah. So
Getting comfortable with
yeah,
it.
getting comfortable. Yeah. Then suddenly, one day she just started, eating like cauliflower. Snacking on cauliflower, and then like one day snacking on broccoli, and then like
It's weird, man. This comfort thing, right? Okay. I've got something. Later we go back to that, lah. Okay. Yeah. So I never ate sashimi, right? Or any raw food for up till I was 16, 17, right? And then 17, I went to Hokkaido with my family as a tour. So in tour, it's a lot of buffets, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of sashimi everywhere. I never touched any of that. I ate everything else fried and all. It was 12-day trip, so every day I'm seeing a lot of raw food. Okay, then when I got back, right, 2 weeks later, I went and eat Japanese food, and I suddenly just decided to eat not just one. I ate a lot of sashimi, 20, 30. Yeah, so really, it's so weird how it works. Like, and that time also, I couldn't explain it, and the only thing I could explain it with is the exposure and being comfortable. I'm like a kid,
yeah.
I mean, it's actually a very good way to expose different food for adults also.
Yes.
Because some adults, they are picky eaters. They don't even like vegetables. So exposing themselves with vegetables, it could be one of the way to get them eat more vegetables.
Or sometimes it's just like you feel it's not a normal thing that you should do, but then you're in their environment.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's normal.
Yeah.
And then you accept it a bit more. Yeah.
It's definitely I that makes a lot of sense, but it's just weird because I didn't think of any of that. It's just I was just there present
It
and
just
I saw
happened,
it.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it just happened. It just suddenly I just thought, okay, this is the day I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna like it. Because I've tried it before a couple
And then you
times
didn't like
before, and I didn't like it. Yeah, and then after that, I just knew, okay, I'm gonna like it. Yeah, so weird. And also, remember just now I was saying like don't force so much when you're eating. Don't force your kid to eat the vegetable. Reason why I said that is because my parents ate a lot of vegetables.
Okay.
A lot. Okay, they just love vegetables.
It didn't work, is it?
Dude, they forced me to eat vegetables. It was a big thing during dinners, and I would make a big commotion
Fuss
about it. I would cry a lot, and it's like vomit. Pretend like it's like I actually thought I'm eating poison like that. I hated it so much. Yeah, I do eat some vegetables now. Not all of it lah, but I guess not the super. The Chinese, they eat some vegetables with like the big juicy stems.
Oh yeah, the
Big-
kailan.
Yes,
all those,
okay,
yeah.
big
You don't like
juicy,
stems,
juicy-
is it?
I don't like stems.
Okay.
Yeah, big juicy stems. But then a lot of other vegetables, I'm good with it lah. But then I was just thinking like, yeah, my parents did lead by example lah. But it didn't stick lah back then.
They force you also, right?
Of course, they were Asian parents, man. It's more than just forcing,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some caning here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my mom's not gonna like that, man. When she listens to this podcast, yeah, she hates it when I talk about caning or whatever, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You were saying apart from portion size, yeah. What else actually is different in necessary for children's diet? apart from the portion size? We grow up thinking that children need to eat a lot of
Dairy.
yes.
Yeah, I would say dairy is important.
That's
Like
actually
90% of kids don't hit their very high. I remember it's like 95.
95%.
Yeah, 95%.
Same for adults also.
Yeah,
95,
so same for adults also. We're
Everyone in
not
Malaysia is not
eating,
eating enough, drinking enough dairy. Yeah.
And dairy is a really good source of calcium.
But what if okay, so if they're lactose intolerant?
There's alternatives.
There's
You can soy or lactose
Fortified.
free.
Fortified
Now we have
calcium.
lactose free milk.
Okay, but is it more so in children that they need more dairy?
Yes, they actually do. So children a bit more, then it kind of comes down during adults, and then it goes up in the older adults again. Yeah.
Yeah. What about children eating food in the canteen? You all went to public school? Do you go to public school? Yeah. How did you like the food? I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
It's awesome, man.
It's tasty. We get the freedom of choice.
Yeah, it was so good.
Your parents didn't insist on packing food, or
No,
No.
I didn't.
my
We
I
didn't
think
do
my,
that.
my maybe my mom wanted to or what, but obviously I don't. I would want to eat the. I think any kid would want to eat the school food, man. Right? It's the fries, 50-cent fries.
Yeah, oh my god, it's
super
so good.
oily and all.
Nugget.
Okay, what? So it's just about dairy. That's it for kids. That is extra that you would need.
That I would want to highlight lah.
Other stuff, no.
I mean-
nothing much.
I mean, everything else matters as well. Your protein, your fruits, your vegetables, they all matter.
Which is like not a regular adult would eat, but just a smaller portion.
yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
And
Okay.
I just read that our Malaysian kids, they don't eat enough food groups. Like for example, we have like 12 to 13 food groups, but Malaysian kids, they only eat less than 5 food groups daily. So food groups as in legumes, fish,
Yeah, protein, meat usually
vegetables,
is-
fruits
Sorry,
and
what is
vegetables.
legumes?
beans and lentils.
Beans and lentils.
Yeah, chickpeas, kidney beans.
Kacang kuda. Yeah. So I think kids, another important
Just
thing
variety.
to highlight is the variety. To make sure your kids get as much different food group
yeah.
as possible.
Okay, which is also like adults also should eat
Yeah,
all those.
yeah, yeah,
It's just that they think
exactly.
that kids don't need to eat all this because they're fancy or something.
Yeah.
But like for them, I think they're at the growing stage. So sometimes it's like quite key lah. Quite key.
Quite important.
Yeah, quite important.
We talked a bit about sugar just now, right? Sugar is it like the leading cause of most of the health problems?
In and of itself, no.
What do you mean by that?
So
Overconsumption again.
yes, you got it. You're getting it. Yes, that's it. So sugar in and so sugar.
I'm trying to make sugar the devil here, you know. I'm trying to follow a narrative. No, I'm kidding.
So sugar is not even the cause of diabetes.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not.
not. It's not.
It's not.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
So sugar, like I said, in and of itself is not the problem. The problem is we're over consuming it. And if you think of the foods that have added sugars, will be all of these, which we also don't encourage it to be the majority of your diet anyway. And these foods, again, they're tasty, they're nice, overconsumption, weight gain, that's where all your chronic disease problems come in.
Yeah, they're snacks. They're not
Yeah.
snacks. I mean, they're special treats.
Yeah, there's fun foods.
Fun food. Yeah,
Most of
definitely
yeah,
fun.
fun.
Fun foods, sometimes foods. Yeah, we use these terms for
Yep.
these foods.
Okay. What people always talk about superfoods. Yeah. What is that?
It's a marketing term.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It is a marketing term.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they'll just say avocado is superfood and all.
So that's the thing. So
Yeah.
I always say the problem with superfoods is your mindset around it. So people think
Yeah,
like,
you
wow,
feel
this
special, right?
Yes, and then no, not only that, but like
You sit on your high horse.
when people think that food is super, they would overconsume it.
Also,
Same it.
correct.
So avocado is actually high in fat.
Super.
Yeah.
That's why it's so good. Huh?
Yeah. And then they say that,
Yeah.
oh, superfood. So I have clients who like throw like a whole avocado into their smoothie.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
And it will be easily like what, 6 to 800 calories in
I've
a
heard-
smoothie.
I have an avocado smoothie right now in the fridge. I forgot to drink it. Yeah, but there's a whole avocado inside. Is that too much?
It depends
The
on your goals.
serving-
It would be if like you're sedentary, it's a lot of calories.
Correct. Recommended
But-
serving is half of it.
The
Yeah.
calories is fine. I guess the calories is fine, but in the fat itself, I don't think is it too much.
I mean, it depends on your goals and it depends on the person.
If you actually need that much
Yeah,
calories,
if you
like for
actually
example,
need
some
that-
people need to gain
Correct.
weight, right?
They need
Yeah,
to gain weight, there's an easy way.
Yeah, correct.
It's an easy way to
Correct.
gain weight.
Okay. Did you all see that video? There was this person exposing the protein brands.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the reason why I was. I was talking about the nutritional labels, right? And thinking
And why people are skeptical.
how do first of all, how can they even get away with it? You know, it has to be there's something going on underneath where there has to be some under table money. If not, you can't put your product on the shelf like that. Can you?
Supplements,
They are
you
supplements.
actually can.
and-
Yeah. So,
they are
so that's the
supplements.
thing. Supplements are actually not regulated.
Regulated.
So that's why I have a problem with people like
Protein
Big
is supplements, or
Yeah, exactly. And then that's why people who have problems with like, Big Pharma is trying to con you, right? They themselves are selling what? Most of the time they're selling some wellness supplements. And I can tell you Big Pharma, they're selling like what? Medication,
You
right?
mean when you say wellness supplement, you mean MLMs?
Yeah, maybe.
That's one of it.
Whatever lah,
Like,
It is
when,
lah.
when you say it's like those people who condemn big pharma, big food, whatever.
Yeah.
These group of people, they
are-
themselves sell
are
a lot of
selling some
supplements.
sort of wellness thing like,
Wellness thing,
don't
correct.
believe Big Pharma because they're trying to make you sicker. Okay, here, take my natural supplement, right? But I can tell you Big Pharma, their medications are FDA approved. They go through rigorous clinical trials. Your supplement can be made in a factory, thrown on a no one regulates it.
And then you just produce right away. Yeah, you don't have.
Yeah. So which one do you think is safer?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Because it is if they're selling a supplement, there's no regulatory.
Yeah,
there's
there's
no
no
regulation.
regulatory.
Wait, like when you say no, right? Like there isn't someone that's gonna check what's inside. So what you're saying?
There's no third party lah.
So you just basically get a license,
They don't have
They
to
still
prove.
have they still have to have certain guidelines within whatever they're making.
Like for
Yeah.
example, they get KKM
Yes, correct. Yeah,
certified.
yeah.
But the ingredients they use, whether these combination of ingredients will provide any benefits or not, they don't have to provide clinical clinical proof. Yeah.
But then again, right, when you tell people you are KKM certified, a lot of people are like, oh, that's good enough for me. That's more than good enough. I mean, it's our government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say KKM is very strict. We have one of the strictest rules when it comes to any clinical products or anything.
Clinical
KKM
product.
doesn't simply give out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, it was quite crazy, man. The protein brands I saw, they're promoting 24 grams of protein, and then the guy did the test and it's like 3-4 grams. That's crazy. It's like scamming people. Yeah, straight up, man. Do you take supplements like protein?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then do you have a recommended brand? No, I'm not.
I mean, like, no. My thing would be just go for reputable brands.
Like ON, Optimum
It could
Nutrition.
be.
Yeah, ON is also third party
Reputable,
checked. Reputable long time in the industry.
Do you know about Heal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what about them? Are they okay? Because I have this vegan protein Heal, and I don't know what I'm taking,
It's actually
man.
quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But beyond that,
You never really.
I trust
Look-
them lah.
Okay. It's a local brand, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, it's your friend now.
No.
No. It's not my friend.
What is the relationship between gut health and mental health? Yeah, what do people talk about that?
It's quite closely linked. So there are studies.
So okay, for just anyone who doesn't know gut health, what do you mean by that? And when I say anyone, I mean me.
That's a good question because there's actually no real definition of what a good gut health is. What
really?
a good gut looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, there's no real definition around it. So a lot of people these days they throw around like, oh, healthy gut. So we don't know what a healthy gut looks like, but we can tell you what is not great lah. So we do one like wide variety of like gut bacteria inside, but we cannot tell you that this specific mix is like this is how you get good gut health. Yeah. Bacteria.
Because people grew up in different country, different environment. They have
cultures, different foods affects their gut microbiome.
microbiome that actually healthy for them when they live there. Yeah.
So okay, but
Wait, I have to stop you,
Yeah.
man. I'm just shameless about this lah. Okay, I hear that term too much. Gut microbiome.
Yeah.
What is that?
is this a combination of all the different types of bacteria in your gut?
Which you need.
It's like
which you need.
ecosystem.
Correct, ecosystem. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there will be a combination of good and bad, but you want more of the good to outweigh the bad. Okay. Yeah. And they contribute many things. They help you break down food. They help you break down like make nutrients more. Yeah, fiber makes nutrition more accessible.
So sorry, when people say a healthy gut health, they're generally saying healthy digestive digestive system.
Well, I would think so.
Generally,
Yeah.
Generally.
Okay. Okay, yeah. And then why it's related to mental health?
Because there is a connection nerve that's straight to your brain. So I mean, even then we do see how diet can actually help someone as well. There's this trial called the SMILES trial, and they actually did improve the group in this group, and they're using people with severe depression, clinically diagnosed severe depression. I don't have the stats on top of my head right now, but it was the first one that showed that diet actually brought these people, can't remember the percentage, but they went into remission from severe clinically diagnosed depression.
I guess you can even if you don't understand you don't see the connection or understand it properly, you can understand if you're eating healthy, you do feel
better.
Yeah, just about
For sure.
it could even be the placebo effect, but
Yes.
the placebo effect works out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's learning.
It is, yeah. So we even in the study, we don't know what's the exact mechanism. They don't know. There's just hints of okay, more fiber, your gut health probably better, produce more things, goes to your brain, better health kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. For supplementation, right? Why? It really differs. It really depends on the individual, right? Like taking extra supplements, because some people, like the old school people, they would say like, I don't believe in supplements because our body has everything that we already need. That's not true, is it? Like, is there a general supplement that anyone should actually take?
No.
Not really.
No.
No. How come we used to believe that vitamin C is what everyone must take?
I think it's more like people think it's like insurance.
Or doctors just trying to sell it lah.
Yeah, probably.
Very good marketing technique.
Oh,
We don't need a lot of vitamin C, and any extra just gets wasted.
can I tell you what I'm taking?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I do take some vitamins, right? I don't know why.
Makes you feel better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Fish oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fish oil. The fish oil thing, I would assume is, I know it's because of it's a bodybuilding thing, right? People always take, this is their source of
Like
fat
good oils are, yeah, good oils, yeah.
yeah, and magnesium. My mom kept asking me to take magnesium. So why?
You ask her why?
You also, yeah.
Or like why? Okay, so people take magnesium for very different reasons.
A lot of different reasons.
Sleep, or they think they have a deficiency, maybe.
Bone health.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So actually, people don't need supplements unless they are lacking in something, because of
Yeah, but then that's the thing also. Lacking in something is you can't. It's quite hard to. It's not like you can do a blood test and then like, oh, you're lacking in such and such. Only certain things can be tested. A lot of things actually cannot be tested. Like, so whether someone is deficient also, it's hard to tell. Only you can go by signs, some signs and symptoms and stuff like that. So generally, unless someone is like, so iron, for example, that's easily can be tested. So unless someone is like iron deficient or what, then you take a supplement. Even for the general population, I wouldn't say like, oh, you need this.
Okay, got it. That's not a specific supplement that everyone should be taking lah. Yeah. Okay, so just now you were saying that actually big food is one of the most. I mean, is the most well regulated. I mean, if you want to compare.
Big Pharma.
Oh,
Not big food.
Not big food. Yeah. That's what, because I wanted to bring up like, so fast food. How bad is that actually for you? Because I know people can go on a McDonald's diet and they can lose weight. Obviously, it depends what they're eating, right? What about all the extra things that they're people are using it? I mean, the extra things that they're using it when processing it. Is that really horrible? Something that you should?
It's usually what's lacking.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. Fast food, like what? There's no vegetables, no
Correct.
fruits. That's the problem.
No fiber. No vitamins, minerals.
In and of itself, okay, depends. Like, let's say, for example, if let's say, depends on the quality. If let's say the burger patty is like a lot of fat, not much meat, then you're not getting enough protein, but you're getting too much fat. It's just an imbalance.
Okay, so how about this? Let's say because I know people who have a kid. I think maybe y'all heard some stories like that lah, and they're like, my kid doesn't want to eat anything, so he just eat fast food all the time. Yeah. what if he eats fast food all the time and he supplements with whatever is needed? Is that still okay?
So when do you mean supplement means peel or add nutrients like for example fruits and
Oh, that would be better to add all those nutrients. Or is that okay?
No, because I would say it will get into a habit. And when they grow older,
But what's wrong with that habit if you're always supplementing?
depends on what supplements you're using. Also.
Yeah.
The proper
correct.
ones. Like natural.
like you mean fruits and vegetables? Is it?
Yeah.
Or like actual fruits and
Whole food lah.
whole foods.
Yeah.
But it still depends on how much of whole foods can it actually meet your needs.
I think the thing about supplementing, like for example, adding nutrients in, right? Because when you eat a lot of fast food or you use fast food as your main, you're replacing a lot of other things. So that's the concern about.
And also
fast food.
energy dense. Energy dense
Correct.
is going to be more calories. Easy to overeat. Easier to, I wouldn't say it's the main thing, but easier to be overweight and obese with that.
So, okay, I understand. So what you guys are actually saying, right, is if you don't follow like ordering a McDonald's set, you just tailor whatever you need. I mean, whatever you order from McDonald's into a proper balanced diet with the extra supplementation coming from natural sources. There's actually nothing wrong with fast food.
do it occasionally.
Yeah.
No. I'm not talking occasionally. I'm saying if a regular person just decides like everything that I'm gonna have my main food source from McDonald's, but of course I
Okay.
add all the extra supplementations from natural foods. Is that actually anything wrong with that?
That
You see, it's because people are always so worried about processed food. They just keep thinking that way. But you guys are actually like not even worried about any of that, man. And
we're not encouraging you to go out like eat
Yeah,
as much
correct.
processed food. But like sometimes, yes.
Sometimes it could be
Could
that
be.
it could be the way.
Yeah.
But remember, a lot of things when it comes to health, it has to be balance, moderation, and variety. So if you are using only fast food
That's the problem. The
as
variety.
your main food, then you don't get enough variety. Even though you are supplementing with all the other extra
And
nutrients,
I would
you are
say
still not
that
getting
even if you
variety.
supplement, right, it might still be very energy dense because a meal, and you may not be full. So you may struggle with hunger.
oh, how come you won't be full?
I mean, because it's very energy dense. So like you eat and you, okay, let's say for example,
Oh, sorry, what is energy dense?
very high in calories.
Like this much
A
of
small
food,
thing,
but very high in
but
energy.
very high in calories.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you won't feel full because
Correct. So for example, you may eat an 800 calorie meal, which technically should make you full. But because you're eating that, you may not be full. So you may not be full, which means you need to eat more. That's where it can go over your calorie limit easily with fast food. Normally lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. From what I'm hearing, right, is like So if you can manage your appetite, I mean, you can actually put fast food in your diet.
According to preference, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
actually can.
It
Like
can
no,
be
I mean to
part
a
of our
healthy
diet.
diet, you actually can.
It can be.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's not definitely not every day
Yeah.
because of the variety. That's all. But occasionally you
And
want
also
to
things
have,
like the micronutrients and stuff
Yeah.
like that lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Anything you guys looking forward to for the future of nutrition?
future of nutrition.
You had something interesting.
Oh, lab grown meat.
Lab grown meat.
Yes. Cell culture. So it's like
Are we already doing that?
Exploring, I think.
I mean,
exploring.
or
But
maybe I'm
it's
thi-
not in the market yet.
I think I'm thinking about those vegan patties.
Yeah, it's not. That's not like actual meat.
That's not even meat, right?
That one is
Yeah,
just like, I don't know, chickpeas, beetroot, whatever.
Correct.
Like just mix.
Correct. But
Bad
what
patty.
I'm saying
That's-
is actual meat
lab grown.
that grown out of cell culture in lab. So we are not killing animal, but we are still getting protein.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are researchers are doing it now already.
Okay.
It's just that there are a lot of things that we need to do in order to get it to the market lah. Like
Okay. It's probably gonna be a
long
quite a while.
yeah.
journey lah. Long journey.
For sure.
But it's gonna be exciting lah.
Yeah, because that will solve a lot of the like people who feel unethical about eating fast food and all.
Yep, definitely.
Okay.
I'm just thinking like whether we will actually reach the stage where we can personalize the diet per se. Because like right now, we're not there yet. So all the DNA diets and like eat according to your DNA.
Are not really.
They're not fully backed by science at this point in time. It may be in the future, but I'm just curious to see that whether is it really possible to like.
Sorry, when you say not personal, they're not personalized properly, is because they're just taking like previous examples and try to see what is best suited, but it's not exactly personal to your DNA. So what you're saying?
No, so they do like testing. You know now like the test where you can do like a mouth swab, and then like you send it in, and then it gives you like this report, and then like like a personal diet, or like you're not meant to eat carbs, or you're not meant to eat
23andMe, I think it's called, the DNA
There's
test.
a lot now. But yeah, so
Something for diet lah. Like
yeah,
that.
so I'm just thinking like, will we ever reach a stage where that's like super personalized to you?
I don't see why not, man.
It'll be interesting to see. Because eating is not just eating quote unquote according to your DNA. There's so many things that also affects your eating, your behavior and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting how this whole thing plays out into a person's Because my report may very well say that I need to eat things that I don't like. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, you mean a personalized diet, but things that you like to eat? Is it?
No. Like for example, if I take
that would be so good.
like if I take my DNA and test, right? Like would there be a time where they give me a list of things like I should be eating, or like
How about this? There's gonna be a time where you can eat whatever fast food or things that taste super unhealthy and is actually good for you. That's even crazier.
Formulation. We've come back to food formulation.
Then there's probably gonna be some other huge problems with
of course.
humanity back then.
I mean, at the end of the day, overeating is not a habit that we want to encourage anyway. So I wouldn't be so worried about what's inside the food, but it's the behavior that comes out of it, the overconsumption, which is not a behavior we encourage anyway.
Hey, there's something that you posted on Threads a while ago. Something like, people are so quick to condemn the big pharma and big foods, but how about a better way is like perhaps we work together with them, right?
Yeah.
But my first thoughts to that is, why would they want to work together if it's going to be detrimental to their profits?
Then it goes back to how the people manage the dialogue, manage the conversation, manage the collaboration, because
maybe people have tried already.
they are trying, they are still trying, and they are still finding ways to find a balance between profit and also do good for the general public. So there will be, because more and more people are requesting for healthier choices.
We are so much more aware these days.
Correct. So this is a trend going ongoing from now, and the companies should also adapt to this demand. So if they don't adapt to this demand, they will lose out also.
Yeah, boycotting. For example, remember last cereal companies were so much more prevalent last time. I think now people are so aware of whatever you're eating, all the cereals. It's not what last time they branded it as you need it, for your breakfast. Everyone needs to eat that. Yeah, just a full bowl of sugar. Last words for people who just who are concerned about their nutrition intake.
I think start with mindset. Not seeing health as something that you need to do, like overhaul. And they can just start with add, not restrict concept, like think about what's lacking in their meal and add that first, and then slowly moving on to control the portion, control the food intake, etc.
So not thinking about what you need to restrict or cut out first.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes
it's so negative for the
correct. A very negative connotation around it. Yeah.
But I think a lot of it, because you work with clients personally, a lot of it is they just have to be willing to.
Yes, for sure. They have to be ready to want to make changes as well.
Yeah, because it's not going to be comfortable.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, all right, we wrap up. Okay, all right, guys, that's it for today's podcast episode. Yeah, I know I sounded super dumb, but I was learning quite a lot also.
Asked so much good questions.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you, Zhi Ling and Adele, for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
No worries. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this episode, do me a favor, hit the like button, leave a comment. What you thought about this podcast episode, who you want to see, suggestions for future podcast episodes. Follow them on social medias. Zhi Ling, I don't know, I can't remember. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just find Zhi Ling. You'll probably be able to find it. And Adele.
WLP.
Adele WLP, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Give it up for Zhi Ling and Adele.
To my homies, I'm missing my oldies, my brothers, my cronies. We all went to court, but before only courts that we knew were the ones where we were shooting threes, selling Kobe. To a legend, rest in peace to the old me, rest in peace to my brothers, rest in peace to my whole team. The oldest, I'm missing my shawty.